It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, Adventure Cave Tours, and Talking Rocks Cavern. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Good morning on Friday. Here we are, the weekend, and a lot of news to talk about. So let's get started.
Report cards are in for local hospitals, and the grades vary. Mercy Hospital received an A, which is a big improvement over the B and C grades that they earned in previous reports. It did well in areas of safety problems and infections, as well as employees. Cox South and Springfield got a C, following grades of C and D over the last couple of years. Citizens Memorial scored an A, up from a B, the previous grades of C and D. It also did well when it comes to preventing safety issues. Not so well, though, when it comes to infections. The survey was done by what's called the Leapfrog Group. They are an independent nonprofit that says it is committed to quality, safety, and transparency in the U.S. health system. So it's interesting because Cox Health always gets fantastic grades for employee satisfaction. So this grade card from Leapfrog, if you look into it, is not that. It's not that. They are looking at things like infection rates, hand washing. Like I looked up this whole article on them. So, but apparently, I guess hospitals go by this nonprofit's work that they do. There was a story also in USA Today talking about who they are and what they do. So I thought it was interesting because, I mean, there's a sign right now, even at Cox, about employee satisfaction. So that goes a long way, I think. I don't know. Interesting, though, right?
Yeah, it is interesting, and it's good that, I mean, this is an independent nonprofit looking into things based on reports and then reporting that to the public. So it's good to be able to look into that and see what they did well on and whether that matters much to you or whether that's a lesser tier thing or whether it is something that's important to you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go wherever your health insurance tells you to go, regardless.
Right. I remember Chad Pline from KY3 saved me so much money on our second and third child because, do you remember this? He was like, whenever we had our first baby, he said, get the line item receipt. And what you find out is that if you take everything that the hospital gives you while you're in the like care room after labor and delivery, you're paying like $15, for instance, for like a prenatal vitamin, like one singular prenatal or whatever. I mean, I don't remember exactly, but the point was that bring in all your own stuff and deny everything. And we ended up saving a ton of money on baby number 2 and 3 for that reason. Thank you, Chad. So I don't know hospitals. I mean, praise the Lord for that. I don't have a lot of hospital experience outside of having children. So, all right, now to this. Without fanfare, the federal government's COVID-19 public health emergency will expire in less than a week, May 11th. That means that it is pulling COVID funding from health departments. The Springfield Greene County Health Department will be ending its COVID testing next Friday. It'll close its COVID call center and shut down its COVID dashboard, and also will remove its online testing map.
Wow. And just like that, it's over. Okay, let's look at weather. We had rain yesterday. Now, although not as much rain as I thought we would have, honestly. We've got scattered showers this morning through the morning, and then it's gonna warm up. It's going to be hot tomorrow. I mean, a lot of people think it's hot. 88 degrees. That's going to feel hot compared to where we've been for sure. Sunshine tomorrow. Maybe some more rain on Sunday. And there's a lot of rain possibilities in the forecast, or at least early next week. But the temperatures are in the 80s the whole time. Lows in the 60s, highs in the 80s. So I think we've just turned a corner.
That's my kind of weather.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a long summer of it, so get ready. This is interesting. We were just talking about artificial intelligence yesterday. A Springfield company is launching an artificial intelligence site. It's called Hey There. Hey There, Hey There. The platform is from the local startup company Carefully Crafted LLC. It offers AI technology through paid options, but there's also a free version available. So check it out. Hey There is the site. Another Springfield company is planning to open a couple dozen Caribou coffee stores in the state of Missouri. Hamra Enterprises, Sam Hamra, opening 24 new Caribous. Hamra Enterprises already owns several Wendy's franchises, as well as Noodles and Company and Panera Bread. We know Springfield will get at least one Caribou coffee location. We don't know where yet, and we could get more than just one, but we know of at least one. Other stores are planned for Kansas City and St. Louis. And we've had Caribou coffee. It's good coffee. They used to have one over at the Hy-Vee.
Yeah. I was going to say, did they not have it now?
No, they don't have Caribou at Hy-Vee anymore. It's Starbucks now. But it was Caribou, and I liked Caribou coffee. I used to go to the Hy-Vee gas station, and they would have it in the gas station as well, Caribou coffee.
Yeah, and it was cheap. We had some deal going. What was that?
We did have some deal going. Yeah, it was cheaper. I used to
It
go.
was a long time ago. Whenever I worked at Odark 30 in the morning, and it was money. It was money. That's been a while. All right, this next story is for me, really, and for you too, Ethan. If you are a frequent flyer, you will be happy to know that Springfield has a new place to enroll in pre-check through the Transportation Security Administration. It's located at 1111 North Boonville, just north of the Greene County Courthouse. It'll be open Tuesday through Friday from 9:30 to 6.
It was in Staples whenever we got ours.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, but Staples does have a lot of random services in there. There was a return that I had to do on a tech suit, like a expensive competitive tech suit is what they're called for swimming. And I had to take it to Staples. I'm like, take it to Staples. It was some deal, that they had with the website. I don't know. Anyway, random
Kohl's
services that you'll find at Staples. There you go.
Kohl's does that with Amazon. But man, I'll tell you that the pre-check, TSA pre-check has been a life-changing
That's
perk.
a strong statement.
No, it's fantastic. Life-changing because you don't have to get there nearly as early as you used to, because you just walk right through and they're like, yeah, go ahead. You look good. Go ahead and get on the plane, because they've already checked us out thoroughly. But it really, because then I look at not at the Springfield airport as much, but other airports. I was just in Reagan in Washington, D.C. And there's a long line of people waiting in that checkpoint to get through security. And I just waltzed through. So it is very nice. I forget how much it is, but I think it lasts 5 years or something. Isn't that right?
I don't know. I
think it's
remember.
5 years. It's a couple $100, but if you travel a lot, it's worth it. And if you travel a lot, you already know that. You already have it. So
right. Okay. Moving on.
Yes, the St. Louis Cardinals are abysmal right now. I mean, seriously awful. They are currently 10-22 on the season. That's 10 wins, 22 losses. It's insane. They are really, really bad. I'm old enough, though, to remember when they were good, even World Championship good a couple of times in my lifetime. Cardinal Nation, I can tell you. Huh?
The year I was born.
Yes, 1982. It was my first World Championship as a Cardinals fan. Cardinal Nation right now, I can tell you, is happy to look back on better times. We just voted in. Cardinals fans just voted in 3 new members to the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. They are 2011 World Series hero and hometown kid David Freese. Yes, everybody remember that. The secret weapon, Jose Oquendo, who played every position. In 1 year, he played every position for the Cardinals, including pitcher. And then there's also 2-time world champion pitcher Max Lanier from the 1940s. They are all now part of the Red Jacket Club for the St. Louis Cardinals, and are in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame, which is a very high honor, puts them in a very elite club, bless you. And I think they're all pretty good picks.
That's awesome. Woohoo! All right. Least of These Food Pantry is celebrating 25 years. It is the only full-service food pantry serving Christian County. They serve about 1,200 families per month. Also, Least of These is inviting you to a free community event to celebrate that anniversary. They are partnering with Burrell Behavioral Health. There will be food, games, music, pantry tours, and eye exams from the Christian County Lions Club. That's tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 to noon at 1720 James River Road in Ozark.
Cool. That's a great organization. They do a lot of good work.
It's cool because that's right by the Excel Dental Center that is offering the free dental day tomorrow that we told you about yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Their addresses are very close to each other. So James River Road tomorrow in Ozark might be crazy traffic. So if you're not going to Excel Dental or to Least of These celebration, then perhaps you'll want to find a different way around.
Yeah, you'll be driving over there and be like, what is it, Sunday morning? What is
Yeah,
happening
what is
right
happening?
now?
All right, fun times tonight and tomorrow at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. The award-winning Biggest Little Pro Rodeo is back for 2 nights of PRCA rodeo action. So if you want to hit up the rodeo, you can find those tickets online at stubwire.com.
Rodeos are fun. Rodeos are fun in person for
Jinx,
sure.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. I love rodeos. I've only been to a couple in my whole life, actually, but they are a good time.
They are a good time.
Yeah. I never got picked to come down and like try to rope the steer or whatever it's called. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
like
that's
jump up
probably
like a
good.
maniac. And no, I would have loved that. That would have been right up my alley.
Okay.
Come on. All right. Here's an encouraging story for Christians. A new survey from the Wall Street Journal finds that those who embrace the biblical values of faith and family are far more likely to thrive and be happy. It says that faith in God almost perfectly predicts Americans' level of happiness.
Wow.
I know. I thought so too. 68% of very happy Americans say they believe in God, compared with 47% who say they are pretty happy and 42% who say they are not happy.
You know, that's interesting. Society in general should maybe take a hard look at that as unhappy as our society is currently. I mean, suicide is out of control. It's a scourge. It's an epidemic. Not just young people, older people as well. Depression is through the roof. So, if I weren't a Christian, I would see this study and say, that's something to think about, because you look around and everybody's depressed. Now, that's not to say Christians can't be depressed, but when you look at society in general, and maybe you pair that with the lower church attendance these days, with higher depression, and you start to connect some dots and say, maybe I need to look into that a little bit, or get back into that, because chances are people my age grew up in church.
Yeah. So speaking of like the watching world looking at this, that's actually why they studied it, by the way. If you read the report, it says that the reason that they were studying it is because the astronomically high numbers of anxiety and depression. So then they were like drilling down and wound up coming to the conclusion, like, which I gave you the focus statement there, which is that faith in God almost perfectly predicts Americans' level of happiness. Which,
Interesting.
we're going for holiness, not happiness. I get it. But still, as a general rule, it panned out.
Quality of life.
Quality of life.
And speaking of that, we the prayer breakfast. I was at the Springfield prayer breakfast yesterday, and it was a huge crowd, packing out the
University Plaza.
convention center at University Plaza. It was a full house, tables everywhere, nice breakfast. and prayer for our nation, prayer for our leaders, city, county, state, federal, all of that. So it was nice to see a big crowd there, because I think my last time for the Springfield one was during COVID, so it was at an office building, and it
Yeah,
was mostly online when you and I spoke
right.
a couple of years ago, and then last year I was in Ozark, and I know they get a good showing as well.
Did you come to
You were
watch me in
there,
Ozark last year? Yeah.
huh?
To be honest with you, I don't remember you being there. I don't remember you getting
Last
up at
year?
the crack of dawn to come watch me. But I trust that you did if you say you did. Thanks.
Who do you think took the pictures?
Taylor?
Your fan club? She was there, but I took them.
That's
She may have
funny.
taken a couple.
Um,
All right. This is how it normally is. Yes, I was there. I was
you're my number one cheerleader fan and favorite, just so you
uh,
know.
that's true.
And it's Friday, so everybody's in a great mood. Listen, I know you still have work to go to, but it's fine. It's Friday. You can make it through anything. All right, that's it. That's all we got. Have a great weekend. Get your umbrella and then maybe it won't rain on you.
There you go. And
All right.
we will see you back here Monday. Bye.
Bye.